said it's safe to come on.
Now, we're not willing to take that risk right now.
I can't hear you.
We're not taking that risk right now.
Okay, well, come to the door and look at my bag, bro.
No. Yeah, bro.
He said bro.
He said bro. Red flag.
Go.
Go.
Slow down, you're fine.
I want you to drop backpacks. You're okay. We're okay.
What's going on, everyone? William A. Thomas here with TNJ Radio, and unfortunately have to come with this story. As some of you may know, yesterday there was a mass shooting at Oxford High School, which is in Oxford Township, Michigan, located about 30 miles north of Detroit. As you've seen in the video, the students were actually in a room and the shooter was pretending to be the sheriff and asking them to let them in. And I'm not sure what type of training they might have gotten or if it was their own critical thinking analysis, but those students definitely did the right thing and they were able to actually save their lives. So kudos to them, even though it's tough because there's been loss of life. At this time, 4 people have been ruled as dead, as well as 7 injured, one of them being a teacher. And they're in different conditions. I think the teacher was in not so serious, got grazed by a bullet on the shoulder. But in regards to the death, this is going to lead to a lot of trauma at this school. The shooter was a 15-year-old sophomore who was arrested within 5 minutes due to a flood of 911 calls. 15 to 20 shots were fired from his semi-automatic 9mm handgun. This brings a couple of things to mind because I know that a lot of times what ends up happening is when these type of tragic events end up happening, you typically get a political bent that comes out of all of it, whether it's usually from the left trying to push for gun control. But at the end of the day, guns aren't good, guns aren't bad. Guns are guns. It's the people behind. And at this time, we haven't gotten a motive as to what happened with the shooter or why he decided to go on this mass shooting spree. But somewhere along the line, there has been a change in the moral compass of our country. As bad as it is getting, we're still functioning pretty good. In a nation with over 300 million people, for there to be this amount of incidents, we do have a pretty good understanding and almost like a social contract on how to be with each other. But it seems like in these times, things have definitely gotten a lot worse, and it's very visible. So that's why whenever I see things like calling for laws to take away penalties, especially laws where, laws don't stop people from doing bad things, but laws do deter. But, there's been a call to do things like defund the police. And honestly, it's idiocracy. It doesn't make sense. Because in this situation, where there were 100 911 calls and the police were able to respond within 5 minutes. Imagine if this would have went on just a little bit longer. In 5 minutes, 11 people were injured. as far as we know. And there may have been more, but if it were just 1 minute more, 2 minutes more, 10 minutes more, it could have been a whole lot worse. And, I'm thankful for our first responders, our men and women in blue, that were able to respond quickly, de-escalate the situation. Apparently, the shooter ended up complying and giving up without any problem. But I digress. In the end, it's a sad loss of life, and I hope that we can reflect on this and figure out ways to be able to move farther and move better. If you haven't had the chance, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. That way you won't miss any of our content. And that's your sip of T&J, and you guys have a great day.